Prospecting for new business is essential to success in manufacturing. I know I'm stating the obvious, but did you know that almost half of all sales professionals say that prospecting is the most challenging part of their job? I see this a lot in my work with manufacturing clients. It's not that sales reps don't want to prospect, it's that they don't know how. They haven't been given the tools and training. They haven't been given a process to follow. And without a process, prospecting consistently falls to the bottom of the to-do list. We often avoid what we don't feel comfortable with. Many manufacturing companies do their best to fill their sales reps' pipelines with inbound leads, and that is a solid approach. But these leads still need to be prospected and followed up. And what happens when there aren't enough inbound leads generated to keep your sales reps busy? It's important that they have the tools and the know-how to outbound prospect to keep their own pipelines full, to hit quota, and to help you achieve your sales growth targets. Depending on the size of the company or challenges being faced in sales, leadership will sometimes do sales themselves, try to manage the sales team, or take the sales role back if it's not going well in the sales department. In order for you to be able to make informed strategic decisions, it's essential that you have good prospecting sales data. It's also critical that you have consistent, predictable sales so you can make decisions about your company's future plans. So how do you get your sales reps to prospect consistently and in a way that not only grows sales, but generates good sales data for your decision making? In this video, I will cut through all the noise about how to prospect effectively for manufacturing sales and how to enjoy prospecting. Stay with me because I answer the top 5 prospecting questions that I get from clients. The first and perhaps most important message I want to convey about prospecting is this: prospecting isn't hard and it isn't something to dread, but without the right process and tools in place to support prospecting for your sales reps, it is often both hard and dreaded. First, I want to discuss some common misconceptions about prospecting that I've come across in my work with clients. Misconception number 1: it's up to the owners of the company to give me leads. Okay, well, I've already touched on that one. Yes, in an ideal world, your marketing is producing enough inbound leads to keep every sales rep's pipeline completely full day in and day out. If that's your company, congratulations and well done. But those leads can be costly to generate. You want to make sure your sales reps are working those leads with skill to convert as many as possible into new business. A prospecting process will guide your reps in how to maximize your return on investment for the money you've spent generating new leads. I have yet to work with a manufacturer that generated enough leads to keep the sales reps busy full-time. Your sales culture should make it clear that you expect reps to do outbound prospecting as well as working inbound leads. This is how the sales department can create consistent, predictable sales for your company. Misconception number 2: traditional prospecting methods are dead. I love what this new age of digital marketing is able to do for business. It has truly changed the sales landscape by allowing buyers to do much of their own research and pre-qualification in advance of making a buying decision. But for industries such as manufacturing, digital marketing should be seen as a valuable tool in the sales kit, not a complete replacement for sales outreach. Even if you have a huge marketing budget, you're still not going to be seen by every possible lead in your target market, unless you're selling to a very small niche target market. Traditional sales methods like phone calling, emailing, and in-person meetings are the perfect complement to automated sales and marketing tools. Successful sales reps are the ones who pick up the phone, send personalized emails, and have good relationship building skills. Most manufacturers rely on repeat business and the lifetime value of their customers. You are more likely to maintain customers long-term with traditional outreach methods that complement your digital strategy. Misconception number 3: we don't need a CRM to run sales. The last misconception or myth I want to discuss is whether you should be using a CRM or customer relationship management software to manage sales. The short answer is yes. And if you're not currently using one, when you start, it will be a game changer for your company. You will wish you had been using one much sooner. I have implemented CRMs for companies that were still allowing their sales reps to use Excel spreadsheets to track their sales. This means that sales managers then spent hours reviewing separate spreadsheets and creating reports based on his or her analysis of the data. OMG, a CRM can produce this data for you in seconds. There's another serious side effect of allowing your sales reps to track their sales activity outside of a centralized CRM. You don't have control of the data. If a rep leaves the company, they can and often do take that data with them. Sales tracking with spreadsheets is not an effective way to track sales. If you aren't using a CRM, start looking into getting one today and require all sales reps in your company to use it to manage their sales activity. This will help to ensure you're generating good sales data for decision making. There are many other misconceptions I could discuss, but I want to move on to the top frequently asked questions about prospecting and give you some great tips you can apply. So frequently asked questions question number 1. How do I ensure my prospecting strategy isn't too leadership dependent? It's very common in the early days of building a manufacturing business for ownership to handle all prospecting and sales. This makes sense as the founders hustle to build relationships, work their network, and grow the company from the ground up. Limited budgets often necessitate this. And who is more passionate about a business than the owners themselves? Passion is infectious, and owners convey their passion with ease during sales meetings. But business growth demands delegation. Eventually, most founders need to pass the sales baton to others. What I find is that the timing and decision around this are often happening too late in the game. By the time leadership realizes a sales department needs to be put in place, sales opportunities are already being missed due to workload demands and the lack of a sales infrastructure. In this case, leadership is prospecting inconsistently at things like networking events and trade shows. It's not process driven. Having a few key performance indicators or KPIs in place is a great way to cement the prospecting process. Leadership simply doesn't have the time to prospect each day, and it's not their role. KPIs are commonly used in sales departments to set expectations with sales reps and help them track their performance. The more structure you provide to sales reps, the less need there is for leadership to engage in sales activities. Now, of course, this doesn't mean leadership is completely removed from prospecting. Executives have a necessary role to play in maintaining relationships with clients at industry events, entertaining valued clients, and meeting new prospective clients at functions. But if there are strong sales reps on the team, the buying needs of those clients and prospects can be handed off to the sales reps. That's an ideal scenario and one worth striving for. Frequently asked question number 2, how do I find the right prospects? You can only find the right prospects when you know who your ideal prospects are. This is called creating an ideal client profile, or ICP. It is such a valuable exercise. Only when you've identified your ideal client can you come up with efficient ways to find them with marketing and sales outreach. Now, you may have more than one ideal client profile depending on how many verticals you serve. I really enjoy doing this exercise with clients because it's such an eye-opening and creative brainstorming activity. Once you know who your ideal client is, you can figure out where they spend their time and how they buy. You want to have multiple ways of accessing your prospects, such as through LinkedIn, industry events, associations, trade shows, and purchase lead lists. You should also work with your marketing team to have marketing advertised specifically to your ideal clients. Frequently asked question number 3, what are the best tools for manufacturing prospecting? The list of sales tools available seems to be growing exponentially. In my work, it's my job to stay abreast of the latest sales tools hitting the market so I can advise my clients. It's easy to adopt too many tools that can bog down the sales process. I like to recommend just a few to start, and then we add on as needed. I mentioned earlier about having a CRM. That is essential and is the starting point to determine other sales tech needed. I suggest having a CRM that includes the option of an automated dialer. This greatly improves prospecting efficiency for sales reps. Most CRMs nowadays have the option of integrated or app add-ons. And again, these can be adopted as needed to support sales. For manufacturing, your sales rep should be using LinkedIn Sales Navigator as a search and prospecting tool. This is a paid feature with LinkedIn, so you need to decide if the company will pay for it or if the sales rep is required to pay for it. Frequently asked question number 4, how do I measure the success of my prospecting efforts? This is such an important question. New sales is obviously a great measure of success, but you want to know how much prospecting time and expense was expended to earn those sales. You also want to work with accounting to determine your margin on those sales. If sales reps are prospecting but only going after low-hanging fruit and low-margin sales, you may not consider that successful based on the time spent. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but your CRM is an invaluable tool in helping you measure the success of your prospecting efforts because that's where all the data is being stored. So set a few KPIs, use your CRM to manage and track your sales activity, and review the resulting data to measure the success of your prospecting efforts. And frequently asked question number 5, how do I set prospecting expectations with my existing sales reps? Professional sales reps understand the value of prospecting in their role. If it hasn't been a requirement to date, there are 5 things you can do to ease them into the new reality of regular prospecting. 1, implement a prospecting process. 2, train them on the new process and support them to success as they start using it. This way they will see the value in it, they'll embrace it, and inevitably grow their sales, which helps them hit quota and grow your sales. 3, make it part of the regular discussion at team sales meetings for process improvement. 4, make it fun. Prospecting shouldn't be seen as drudgery. If you set up daily and weekly prospecting challenges with rewards, It will create fun competition amongst the team and motivate them to meet and exceed their KPIs. And 5, if you have a sales manager or other head of sales, that person should be required to prospect occasionally as well. This will demonstrate to the sales reps that the process is trusted by leadership and delivers results. My B2B sales mantra is, successful sales reps rely on sales processes. If prospecting isn't being done regularly in your company, now is the time to get a process in place so that it becomes a regular function of sales activities. Have a question about prospecting or any other B2B sales related question? Pop them in the comments section. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like and share button. Need help setting up a prospecting process in your business? Check out failproofsales.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.